Agripreneurial mindset and perspective. Introduction to opportunity mindset. Entrepreneurship takes many forms, but entrepreneurs share a major trait in common. An entrepreneur is someone who identifies an opportunity and chooses to act on that opportunity. Most business ventures are innovative variations of an existing idea that has spread across communities, regions, and countries, such as farming. Being aware of your surroundings and the encounters in your life can reveal multiple opportunities for entrepreneurship. In our daily lives, we constantly find areas where improvements could be made. These ideas resulted from having an entrepreneurial mindset, an awareness and focus on identifying an opportunity through solving a problem, and a willingness to move forward to advance that idea. The entrepreneurial mindset is the lens through which the entrepreneur views the world, where everything is considered in light of the entrepreneurial business. The business is always a consideration when the entrepreneur makes a decision. In most cases, the action that the entrepreneur takes is for the benefit of the business, but sometimes it helps the entrepreneur get ready to adopt the appropriate mindset. The mindset becomes a way of life for the entrepreneur. Main perspectives on agripreneurship. 1. Creation of enterprise. Entrepreneurship entails the founding of a new business venture where none existed before. 2. Creation of innovation. Entrepreneurship is concerned with unique combinations of resources that make existing methods or products obsolete. 3. Creation of change. Entrepreneurship involves creating change by adjusting, adapting, and modifying one's personal repertoire, approaches, and skills to meet different opportunities available in the environment. 4. Creation of jobs. Entrepreneurship is concerned with employing, managing, and developing the factors of production, including the labor force. 5. Creation of value. Entrepreneurship is a process of creating value for customers by exploiting untapped opportunities. 6. Creation of growth. Entrepreneurship is defined as a strong and positive orientation towards growth in sales, income, assets, and employment. Principles of opportunity-based perspective. Aspiring entrepreneurs can come up with ideas all day long, but not every idea is necessarily a good idea. For an idea to be worth pursuing, we must first determine whether the idea translates into an entrepreneurial opportunity. Entrepreneurial opportunity is the point at which identifiable consumer demand meets the feasibility of satisfying the requested product or service. In the field of entrepreneurship, specific criteria need to be met to move from an idea into an opportunity. It begins with developing the right mindset. A mindset where the aspiring entrepreneur sharpens his or her senses to consumer needs and wants, and conducts research to determine whether the idea can become a successful new venture. In some cases, opportunities are found through a deliberate search, especially when developing new technologies. In other instances, opportunities emerge through chance. But in most cases, an entrepreneurial opportunity comes about from recognizing a problem and making a deliberate attempt to solve that problem. Agripreneurship as a method and as a process. The method of entrepreneurship outlines the tools and practices necessary to take action. Entrepreneurship as a process, instead, guides would-be creators along a thorough but static path from inception to exit. Entrepreneurship is often thought of as a process. A process of identifying an opportunity, understanding resource requirements, acquiring resources, planning, and implementing. The entrepreneurial process. The entrepreneurial process, however, involves more than just problem solving. All entrepreneurs, that is, private, corporate, and social, must find, evaluate, and develop an opportunity by overcoming the forces that resist the creation of something new. Understanding how entrepreneurship works requires recognition of the process involved and how to effectively manage that process. It is a process that can occur in different settings but changes due to the diversity that exists among private, corporate, and social contexts. The entrepreneurial process has 4 distinct phases. 1. Identification and evaluation of the opportunity. 2. Development of the business plan. 3. Determination and evaluation of resource requirements. 4. Risk-taking. 5. Management. The important skills to the practice of agripreneurship. Every industry requires a specialized set of skills, and agriculture is no exception. Career offerings in agriculture vary enormously, including, but not limited to, engineering, science, finance, and general labor. Both hard skills and soft skills are necessary to stand out among others in the industry. We've highlighted 5 notable skills that all professionals in agriculture should have and practice regularly for their continued success. 1. Adaptability. This is a skill that is transferable from industry to industry, but adaptability is particularly important for anyone considering a career in agriculture. For example, it's one thing to study soil in a classroom, and it's quite another to make the leap to testing arable lands in specific regions. That individual's assessment could be the difference between a successful and a failed crop. Adaptability is also necessary on the business side of agriculture, with professionals needing to be able to learn and adapt quickly to meeting changing consumer demands. The industry itself is also quickly changing, with new challenges constantly presenting themselves. This means agriculture professionals must be able to adequately address these new obstacles by quickly adopting new methods advanced by technological innovation, in addition to predicting what new challenges lie ahead. 2. Interpersonal skills. For agriculture professionals working in supply chain management, interpersonal skills are incredibly important. They are routinely required to interact with farmers who produce raw materials and deliver these goods to other firms. These firms will either send the product to another location for further manufacturing or directly to the consumer. Agripreneurs must also be able to listen to the needs of their suppliers and consumers to ensure all needs and targets are met, ultimately developing enduring business relationships that contribute to long-term relationships. The ability to negotiate is incredibly important in the agriculture industry. Farmers, associations and the many advocacy groups that represent them must demonstrate interpersonal prowess when entering formal and informal dialogue with independent regulatory bodies, key stakeholders, and of course, the government. 3. Time management and organization skills. This is a skill you've probably developed during your time in school. Strong time management and organization skills are a huge asset when breaking into the agriculture industry. For agriculture professionals working in logistics, organization skills is a must. These professionals are tasked with ensuring that raw materials are properly transported, stored and delivered from producer to wholesaler to consumer. It is not unusual for agriculture professionals to work with a variety of products, as well as a variety of farmers and numerous clients. Time management and organization are also important for those in the field, including laborers, farmers, and machine operators. With most of their products being dependent on the seasons, they must factor in things like weather conditions to ensure they can both meet consumer demands and sustain their farming businesses during the off-season. 4. Tech savvy. This doesn't mean you have to buy every new gizmo or gadget that hits the market, but knowledge of where technology is going, particularly in terms of agriculture practices, is incredibly important. This includes a focus on things such as irrigation, pesticide use, and improving methods and techniques of cultivation, harvest, storage, and transport. Agripreneurs, particularly farming owners and operators, should always be aware of what new technologies may offer and determine whether adopting new techniques, instruments, and advancements are beneficial to their specific venture. Components of the practice of agripreneurship. What are the components of entrepreneurship? There are 4 main components of entrepreneurship. That is, innovation, organization, risk, and vision. In the following section, all these components have been discussed as we explain the concept of entrepreneurship. 1. Innovation. The entrepreneurs contribute to the economy in terms of variation and innovation, and the extent of these ensure success. They implement innovative ideas on the available opportunities and bring out something new. The new idea can be a product, technology, service, manufacturing technique, or marketing strategies. 2. Organization. Organizational skills are extremely important in developing the concept of entrepreneurship. Though it is all about the one who undertakes, there are other employees associated also. An entrepreneur needs to control all these people and the process single-handedly. Thus, the organization is the next element of entrepreneurship. 3. Risk. All businesses involve risks, and in entrepreneurship, without taking risks, a business cannot flourish, but on the other hand, indulgence in excessive risk-taking may lead to severe losses. Risk-taking is another word for exploiting opportunities and gaining a competitive edge over others performing. 4. Vision. An entrepreneur must have a strong vision if he wants to succeed in the business. The foresight of the entrepreneur determines how the business and other business policies will run. The way the entrepreneur visualizes his business in the coming years is how the business moves forward and the profit is earned. Role of deliberate practice in achieving mastery. To learn any new skill or gain expertise, you need to practice, and practice. There isn't much debate about that. But here's what you might not know. Scientific research shows that the quality of your practice is just as important as the quantity. And, more interestingly, these scientists also believe that expert-level performance is primarily the result of expert-level practice, not due to innate talent. Introducing deliberate practice. Deliberate practice is a highly structured activity engaged in with the specific goal of improving performance. Deliberate practice is different from work, play, and simple repetition of a task. It requires effort, it has no monetary reward, and it is not inherently enjoyable. When you engage in deliberate practice, improving your performance over time is your goal and motivation. That's not to say that deliberate practice can't be designed to be fun, but it isn't inherently enjoyable on its own. If you want to gain skills rapidly or approach expert-level status at something, you must understand the importance of deliberate practice and learn how to incorporate it into your daily life. The 4 essential components of deliberate practice. When these conditions are met, practice improves accuracy and speed of performance on cognitive, perceptual, and motor tasks. 1. You must be motivated to attend to the task and exert effort to improve your performance. 2. The design of the task should take into account your pre-existing knowledge, so that the task can be correctly understood after a brief period of instruction. 3. You should receive immediate informative feedback and knowledge of results of your performance. 4. You should repeatedly perform the same or similar tasks.